So the first Valentine craft we'll be making are these cute little hearts. And so first what I did is I just took and printed out a heart so that it would be a perfectly shaped heart. I cut that out and then traced that onto the cardboard. So the scrap piece of cardboard that I had on hand, I believe was from the inside insert from a dress shirt, how they fold that around to make it a perfect square for your dress shirt. So the shape that it was and the length, I was able to get 6 hearts. So I think these little hearts would be perfect for Valentine's Day filler, or in a garland for your mantle, or in a garland that you would put over a stand or something like that. And also just to set around in tiered trays. I think they would be perfect. And you could change the color up to be more neutral if you wanted to do that, or you could even do it a certain color so that it would match your decor. What's great about this craft is that I really think that you could get your kids, your little ones, involved in the wrapping of the string, and I think it would be just a fun family project to do together. So what you're going to do now is just take some craft twine or baker's string, and you're just going to start wrapping. Again, you could use different types of yarn or any type of twine and make them personalized for your colors and what you want. But for Valentine's Day, I just had this twine and I thought it was really cute. So you just begin wrapping very organically, and you want to wrap it so that you don't see the cardboard. And so you just change directions every so often, and just continue to wrap until you do not see any more edges of the heart. Just a little reminder, if you're enjoying this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. And once you come to the end and you're finished wrapping, you'll just cut that piece off, and then I just tied it in a knot to one of the surrounding string, and then tuck the end down in underneath of all the layers of the string. So here is one all finished. So I think I forgot to mention this before, but when you start your string, I just took a piece of Scotch tape and taped that down so that when you start, it's secure. And then another tip, as you wrap, it is better to keep it pretty tight so that the string doesn't slip off, but not super tight, because if you do it too tight, your heart will tend to collapse and make a V. So just a nice tension to where it's not going to slip off, and then just remember to cover those edges.
Never knew that it could feel this way when you're lying next to someone. You don't even need to play pretend, 'cause you find the way you are. I wanna know you better. Give me every detail.
I really love how these turned out, and I'm thinking I'm going to do something with them as a garland for Valentine's Day for my mantle. So stay tuned for that in a future video where I decorate my mantle. Next, we'll be making this beautiful rose-filled heart. So the roses that we will be making are made out of coffee filters. And so in order for you to get the different colors, I wanted to use various colors of pink. So I used my acrylic paint and then just put a little into a container and then filled that with about a cup of water, because you want about an inch of water or less in the bottom of the container. And then you're just going to dunk all of your coffee filters, and the longer you let them set, of course, the deeper your color will be. So I did this different ways. Let it set longer, squeezed out more, and so you'll have different color roses. And so here you'll see I'm just kind of squeezing out the excess water and then placing them on a paper towel.
I could stay forever when I'm lying in.
So with this batch, I even took the paper towel and blotted it extra. And for this, just know the more wet that it is, the longer it will take in the oven. And you'll see what I mean here in a sec. But if you have some extra time and want a deeper color, don't do so much blotting. Next, you're going to just separate the individual layers of the coffee filters and place them on a parchment-lined baking sheet, and try to do it as evenly as possible. But then when you put it in the oven, you're going to set the oven at 250 degrees and then set your timer for 10 minutes. And then at that 10-minute mark, you're going to get it back out and kind of rearrange the pieces and then put it back in for an additional 10 minutes. But be very careful. You don't want to cause a fire, so don't just leave it. Make sure you set that timer.
Now I just hope that you stay for a little while.
So once you have your stack of dried colored coffee filters, you're going to start making your individual flowers. So you're going to take 2 sheets of your coffee filter and start with just gluing a little teeny dot in the center of the 2 sheets, and then you're going to make your swirl pattern that you will cut along. Now I did use a pencil to show this for demonstration purposes, but once you get the idea, I think it's better to just freehand the swirl, because if you leave the pencil mark, you may be able to see that on the edges of your flowers, and I don't think that will look good. So then you just cut that along the edge, and the most important step right here is to make that little flag at the end so that you have something to hold on to, and then you just begin rolling. And as you roll, you really keep the bottom pinched and allow the outer edge to open up like a rose would. And then you just continue to swirl, continue to pinch that bottom, and then once you get to the end, you're going to put a ton of hot glue down in the center so that all those layers will stay together at the bottom, and then that little circle that you have at the bottom becomes the covering for the bottom of the rose. So I hope you'll see what I'm doing here.
I swear I'll try my best to always be there, and I want you to know that I'm lost without you. I'm not without you. I hope I can show what you mean to me, 'cause I don't know what to do if you go. I just don't know what to do if you go. I've been so selfish and made you believe that you're not good enough, but you're all I need. I take you places that you've never been. I would give you the world if you let me try again. Yeah, just give me one more chance. I swear I'll try.
So I'll show you one more so that you get a better idea of how to do it.
You to know that I'm lost without you. I'm not without you. I hope I can show what you mean to me, 'cause I don't know what to do if you go. try my best to always be there. And I want you to know.
One thing to remember is to really just hold on to that end flag, and if you want it to be looser, you push it up, and if you want the rose to be tighter and down in, you're going to pull that. And then the more you allow it to open, the fuller the rose will look. And so you just play around with whatever look that you want, a tight or an open rose, and you'll need to make about 3 to 4 dozen depending on how big your heart's going to be. So once you're done making all your roses, what I did is went to Walmart and picked up this plaque, and it was about $6.50. And so I wanted to use that as the background, but I didn't want to like glue it on. So I took and cut out a heart shape out of actually a pizza box, and then I just used one of those command strips with the Velcro and attached it that way so that I could detach it and maybe use it for various seasons throughout the year. So next is to just glue all the roses, and a tip here is so that you don't see the edge of the cardboard, make sure that your rose goes beyond at least a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch, extending beyond the cardboard so that when you're at the side, you're not going to see that. And then another tip is on the edge of your heart, make those roses lay down to where the open rose is looking out towards the edges. Then once you work towards the center of your heart, go ahead and have those roses looking upward. So I'll go ahead and just speed this up a bit, but I did want to remind you that if you're enjoying the video, that I would appreciate if you give me a big thumbs up, and if you like this type of video, I hope that you would consider subscribing. I'd love to have you in my YouTube family. And 2, my name is Amy, and I hope that you have enjoyed the video. I do videos on decorating, cleaning motivation, and also I love to do crafts for home decor and things like that. So again, if you would like to see more of this type of content, be sure to hit that subscribe button. So here it is, all finished, and I just love how it turned out. Oh, this last DIY craft is this cute little love sign that is made from Jenga blocks. And I got the inspiration when I was cleaning out our closet, and we no longer played this game, so I thought this would be a cute little craft. You can also get this game, I've seen it at Goodwill and places like that, and it's such a super cheap game that the wood in it is really nice. So go ahead and pick you up some Jenga and get to crafting. I already painted most of the Jenga blocks in the typical Valentine's Day colors, which were red and white and pink. And so here I am just finishing up painting these with a light pink. And then once they are dry, I will glue them together and add the letters. So first I laid them out in the pattern that I thought would look nice, and then I just ran a bead of glue down the center of them and pressed them together. And I thought that that worked very nicely at keeping them together, and I think it's something that you could maybe even buy at Hobby Lobby. So I was pretty happy with this. Next, I just chose to add the word love, and I thought it would be cute for the O to make it a heart. Now you could do different things. You could do XOXO, you could do hugs, you could write be mine, you could do all kinds of different things. And then you could also use a stencil, or you can just freehand like I'm doing. And so I just took a permanent marker and just wrote the letters on, colored them in, and I really think that it is a cute accessory that you can just lay out during Valentine's Day, and I just think it's adorable. What do you think? So I hope that you've enjoyed watching me create these Valentine's Day decor DIYs. Let me know in the comments below which one was your favorite, and I hope that I've inspired you to make them for your home for this Valentine's Day. Be sure to hit that notification bell because my next video will probably be a Valentine's Day mantle decorate with me. So until next time, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye!